For my author-poet study, I actually chose A. Milne, who is both a poet and a writer of children's literature, most famous for his Winnie the Pooh books with Christopher Robin and friends set in 500 Acre Woods in England. A. Milne, full name Alan Alexander Milne, was born in 1882, and his most famous works were written in the 1920s in England. Two famous books with Winnie the Pooh and characters, who we'll go through here in just 1 minute, were Winnie the Pooh, written in 1926, as I showed you earlier, and then The House at Pooh Corner, which was written in 1928. Mr. Milne also wrote two poetry books, the complete When We Were Very Young, and then Now We Are Six. And here's a version that has both works put together in one book. The Winnie the Pooh books, one of the major characters, the human character in it, is Christopher Robin. One of the cool things about this was Christopher Robin was actually named after Milne's own son, Christopher Robin Milne, and then the characters in the book were actually based upon his own son's stuffed animal collection. So obviously you got Winnie the Pooh was a bear, Eeyore, who was a grumpy old, just sad donkey, Piglet, Kanga, and Kanga's son called Roo, obviously was a kangaroo, and a tiger called Tigger, who was just full of energy and life, and set in 500 acres, 500 Acre Woods, which is actually based off a real forest in England. One of the neat things about the Winnie the Pooh books was they kind of have themes in that they are very set, really, the stories. They tell kids how to act and how to behave, like when they're sad. So, for example, each of them has a quote. So, one quote here from Piglet. I don't feel very much like Pooh today, said Pooh. There, said Piglet. I'll bring you tea and honey until you do. And basically what Piglet is saying, and the message for the kids reading the book is, hey, if you have a friend who's sad or down, then go find them something that they like, and that will make them feel better. So there are themes like this throughout his books and his poems. His poems are actually very, very cool. So this is the one that's at the end. When I was 1, I had just begun. When I was 2, I was nearly new. When I was 3, I was hardly me. When I was 4, I was not much more. When I was 5, I was just alive. But now I am 6, I am as clever. So I think I'll be 6 now, forever and ever. And then there's the illustration with Christopher Robin and Pooh and Piglet acting carefree, just like 6-year-olds do, without a care in the world. And then the stories are really set about just real life things, but with the animals. This particular chapter in the book, Winnie the Pooh, is called Eeyore Has a Present and Gets 2 Presents. Eeyore, the gray old donkey, stood by the side of the stream and looked at himself in the water. Pathetic, he said. That's what it is, pathetic. He turned and walked slowly down the stream for 20 yards, splashed across it, walked slowly back on the other side. Then he looked at himself in the water again. As I thought, he said, no better from this side, but nobody minds, nobody cares. Pathetic, that's what it is. There was a crackling noise in the bracken behind him, and out came Pooh. Good morning, Eeyore, said Pooh. Good morning, Pooh Bear, said Eeyore gloomily. If it is a good morning, which I doubt, said he. Why? What's the matter? Nothing, Pooh Bear, nothing. We can all, and some of us don't. That's all there is to it. Can all what? Said Pooh, rubbing his nose. Gaiety, song and dance, here we go round the mulberry bush. Oh, said Pooh. He thought for a long time and then asked, what mulberry bush is that? Bonhomie, went on Eeyore gloomily. French word meaning bonhomie, he explained. I'm not complaining, but there it is. Pooh sat down on a large stone and tried to think this out. It sounded to him like a riddle, and he was not very much good at riddles, being a bear of very little brain. So he sang Coddleston Pie instead. Coddleston, Coddleston, Coddleston Pie, a bird, fly can't bird, but a bird can fly. Ask me a riddle and I reply, Coddleston, Coddleston, Coddleston Pie. That was the first verse. When he had finished it, Eeyore didn't actually say that he didn't like it, so Pooh very kindly sang the second verse to him. Coddleston, Coddleston, Coddleston Pie, a fish can't whistle and neither can I. Ask me a riddle and I reply, Coddleston, Coddleston, Coddleston Pie. Eeyore still said nothing at all, so Pooh hummed the third verse quietly to himself. Coddleston, Coddleston, Coddleston Pie, why does a chicken? I don't know why. Ask me a riddle, and I reply, Coddleston, Coddleston, Coddleston Pie. That's right, said Eeyore, sing umptiddy-tiddly, umptiddy-too. Here we go gathering nuts in May, enjoy yourself. I am, said Pooh. Some can, said Eeyore. Some picture of Eeyore and Pooh. Why, what's the matter? Is anything the matter? You seem so sad, Eeyore. Sad? Why should I be sad? It's my birthday! The happiest day of the year. Your birthday, said Pooh in great surprise. Of course it is, can't you see? Look at all the presents I have had. He waved a foot from side to side. Look at the birthday cake, candles, and pink sugar. Pooh looked first to the right and then to the left. Presents, said Pooh. Birthday cake, said Pooh. Where? Can't you see them? No, said Pooh. Neither can I, said Eeyore. Joke, he explained. Ha ha. And then the chapter ends with Pooh having a birthday party with all his friends, and so Eeyore is happy. So again, the theme of the story is you never know why people might be sad, and friends are there to help them out. Like I said, I chose A.A. Milne because I remember reading Winnie the Pooh books. Another interesting thing is the rights have actually been bought out by Walt Disney. So now there are Winnie the Pooh movies. You can buy Winnie the Pooh toys and such like, and it all goes through Walt Disney. So very commercial now. But these books written in the 1920s can still be read out to children today. People love them. And so that's why I chose A.A. Milne. Thank you. And my assignment that I put together, like I said earlier, there are a lot of quotes with the themes of how to help people in these. So I said that it's an art project. So you have to select 5 quotes, one from different characters, write out the quote and who said it. So I got Piglet said, I don't feel very much like Pooh today, said Pooh. So Piglet said, there, I'll bring you tea and honey till you do. Illustrate it. And then write a reflection. So what does this quote mean? So this particular quote means if friends are sad, you need to try and make them feel better. One of the ways to do that is to bring them something. So then, can you find a time when you did something to help a friend out, and what did you do? So can you do that 5 times? Find a quote, illustrate it, and then on your reflection, relate it to something that happened with you. Thank you.